to Storyboard. I'm Shubhani Gharat. 50% of Indians say their home is their favorite place to be, and 63% of Indians shared that they feel positive about their current life at home. These are just two key findings from Swedish home furnishing major IKEA's 10th Life at Home report, which is full of insights around how Indians live at home. Because as priorities evolve, homes have also gone through a series of transformation over the years, and brands like IKEA need to stay on top of those changes. In an exclusive conversation with Storyboard 18, IKEA India CEO Susanne Pulverer shared how the insights help IKEA create better experiences for consumers, and she also shared the highlight of IKEA's India journey. Listen in. Hello and welcome to Storyboard 18, Susanne. It's lovely to have you on the show.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
So, Susanne, let me just kick off with asking you how the past year has fared for IKEA, but also share your thoughts on IKEA's India journey so far. Give me the highlight.
I think I will start with on a very high level that we have had seen so many synergies between IKEA and India and the Indian homes. And I think that's the biggest positive thing, that we have so many things connecting. When we talk to Indians, when we visit Indians' home, and when we do research on how people live and what they think, we see so many similarities, and that the Indians are very home proud and see the home as the most important place to be is, of course, the biggest benefit for us. And we feel very welcome. The 5 years we have been operating in India, loved by many. And of course, we are still not accessible to the many, also not affordable to the many, but this is a journey where we are on and where we will continue to build our accessibility to the many Indians and to be affordable to the many Indians.
So I'm really glad you mentioned accessibility and affordability, because in Davos recently at the World Economic Forum, Inca Group Deputy CEO and CFO said that IKEA is going to cut prices and up to 20% price reduction in more than 250 articles. It will be implemented, of course, in the coming weeks. And I'm just going to quickly quote him. He said that we have a long-term vision to create a better life for people. So we have a long-term approach at everything we do, and the time is ready with high inflation and high interest rates. So can you shed a little bit more light on the pricing strategy, especially in the Indian context? And will we see more such measures going forward?
Yes, and of course, we have seen a positive development when it comes to getting better prices on the products after the COVID time and the post-COVID, where it has been a lot of inflation and increased cost on raw material, transports and everything. So that's what we immediately will give back to the customers and the consumers worldwide. And that is what our CEOs, the deputy CEO, are referring to in Davos. And of course, that goes for India as well. So we are currently working with how we can further invest in lowering the prices on a number of products that we know are loved by our customers. So that is to come, and you will see more of it in the coming months.
Dig a little deeper into the India market and consumer insights that are actually driving your marketing strategies in India.
Always building on our curiosity of what's happening at home. And doing home visits is essential for IKEA since many years. And I think we have done more than 1,000 in India only to understand in depth what's happening in the home. It's not just to look at how the home is furnished, what kind of furniture and things that you have, but to really understand what's happening. What are the rituals in the home, and what are the needs of the people living in their homes, and what are the dreams, and what can we do to offer something that is meaningful to this. So we do a lot of home visits, and that's something that is ongoing every year. And then on top of that, we do the research. So a life at home study, and it's the 10th year we do it within Inca. And we have talked to 250,000 of people in 40 countries to understand more what is important and what can we do to serve the many people. So it's the 5th time we do it in India. And of course, every time we get the result, we get more insights, more understanding, and we can also then further develop our offer to better serve the many Indians. So this year, for example, we talked a lot about well-being, on sleep, how people are planning their lives in the coming years, if they are going to move, and what is essential in the home. And that gives us insights to further build on. Last year's report was around the storage and how you organize your home. And we learned that 9 out of 10 Indians actually think that they are not happy with how it's looking. And here we have many solutions that we can offer. And that has been a focus for this year in our offer to the customers and the consumers.
I'll draw on what you said and ask you exactly who is IKEA's typical Indian consumer?
We are for the many people. So we don't want to be too narrow in how we look at our customers, but very inviting and inclusive in who can be our customer. And of course, India is a very diverse country with people from many different backgrounds and possibilities and household incomes and living situations, etc. So we try to see how can we be relevant for the many. And we, for example, have low price and really, really affordable products that we protect. So we have around 1,000 products below 200 rupees that we think can be the entry point for the many. And if they can't afford furniture, at least some accessories for the home, or try the food that you can and experience IKEA. So that's one way to meet the many. And then, of course, we have the full range when you maybe buy your apartment and you want to both have a kitchen, have storage solutions, wardrobes, maybe the whole living room. Then we have solutions for the ones who are looking for that as well, and then everything between. Then I would say the many customers that come today and have been maybe exploring IKEA abroad, studied, traveled, living in the cities where we are currently present, and maybe a little bit on the younger side. These are the main target groups that come. But if you come to the store, you will see all kinds of customers, and of course everyone is welcome.
You know, it's really interesting to me because IKEA has this iconic catalog, a physical book that was almost like a collectible for an entire generation of shoppers. It was such a key part of experiencing the brand. Which brings me to my next question for you, Susanne, about how the buyer's experience and journey has changed or evolved. In India, especially where offline shopping is still preferred, even as we make this digital leap and use mobile channels to shop, and the number of online shoppers is increasing rapidly as well. So how is IKEA responding to these changes?
It has been a big shift for IKEA, if we talk overall, to move from the brick and mortar, from a very successful way of meeting customers with the big blue boxes where you can have the full experience, a full day out with all activities that you can have and the inspiration you get in the store, to new ways of meeting new needs that consumers have, to be accessible, to make it a smoother journey, to also be able to consume online. What I see here coming in to India, it's easier when we start from scratch and we are already building the omni-channel IKEA here, compared to countries where we are more mature and have to turn. And India is a very fast evolving society, and the digitalization grade is amazing. The competence that we have on the digital side, incredible. So I think we can drive a lot of development that is to the benefit of the bigger IKEA in India. And we need to think omni-channel, whatever channel the customer consumer wants to meet us, we need to make that possible. So it's a mix, and also the formats we have learned over the years that, yes, the full experience in a flagship store we believe a lot in, but we need to complement it with also smaller size formats to be more accessible and closer to where people live. So this Life at Home report that came now just some week back shows that when we ask Indians how they look upon the future in a 2 years perspective, 71% say they have a positive outlook. And if we compare to global, it's 47%. People believe in the future. And then we ask about the home, and they say sleep and well-being is one of the most important things for them. And I think here we are also planning to go bigger in the next year. We asked about how they Indians see moving, if they will move in the coming years, and it's a quite high figure of people moving. Now I don't have it just here, but I think 50% or 56% are planning to move within the 2 coming years. And of course, we know when you move, you will have a lot of needs for home furnishing and new solutions.
It is time for a short break. On the other side, we have Yanis Dosios, Chief Commercial Officer of IKEAs, who gives us an inside view of the opportunities and challenges in AdTech.